Struggling with blood sugar levels, ready to shed those extra pounds effortlessly? Look no further. Sugar Defender, the #1 rated blood sugar formula, is here to transform your health and help you achieve your wellness goals. Click the link in the video description to get started with Sugar Defender today.
Two British blokes are thought to have become the last victim of Benidorm's stringent beach booze bans. The men appear to have fallen foul of the pesky law when they opted to sip on some rose on a Benidorm beach, before being confronted by cops. Video shows the two men being spoken to police as they sipped some tipple in the sun. Benidorm has imposed fines of up to £650 on people caught drinking on the beach. Brit holidaymakers Darren, 46, and his friend, Graham, 36, from Middlesbrough, caught the confrontation on camera. He said, "The two men were doing nothing wrong, just chilling out with a bottle of wine. It's the first time I've ever seen the police move people off the beach for drinking. It's getting really strict over there. The police don't mess about and they're out searching people every night, really clamping down on a lot of stuff. Rules are rules, but these two were doing nothing wrong, just having a quiet drink." It is believed the two men, who are understood to be Brits, were not fined but simply told off and moved on from their beach drinking. The town has imposed tough restrictions on the sale of alcohol, and limited spots where it can be consumed. Benidorm's booze ban also come along with other fines for actions such as smoking, which will land you £1,700, or using soap or shampoo while showering, which will get you £560. The fines are part of a wider crackdown on problem tourists across Spain. In efforts to curb tourism, the Balearic Islands, which hosts millions of UK tourists every year, have also rolled out bans in some resorts. Do you know the fined Brits? Contact our channel at xenia.nakvi@the.sun.co.uk. Since early May, tourists have not been able to get their hands on booze between 9:30 p.m. and 8 a.m. in places like Majorca and Ibiza. There is a total ban of the sale of alcohol in popular tourist hotspots like Palma de Mallorca, Magaluf, Sant Antoni in Ibiza and Llucmajor. Local authorities in the Balearic Islands confirmed that the clampdown will stay in effect until December 31, 2027. Bars and restaurants in the area will also have to comply with the stringent restrictions, forcing them to shut from 9:30 p.m. to 8 a.m. There is also limits on organized drinking in communal areas. The move comes as Southern Europe faces pressure from locals to tackle excessive tourism, often synonymous with drunken Brits. Protests throughout Tenerife and Majorca have called for a crackdown on numbers of tourists they let in. Palma de Mallorca Mayor Jamie Martinez said the laws will help them correct uncivil attitudes often shown by tourists in his city. He explained that those breaking the rules could face a fine of up to £2,600. Initial fines start at a staggering £1,300, but this doubles to £2,600 for more serious offences. Fines for graffiti, vandalism and loud slogans amount to a huge £2,600. This even extends to parents of underage kids who commit these offenses, which include littering streets with adverts and posters. And it's not just boozing that could you get in trouble. Authorities have got their eye on antisocial behavior more broadly. Damaging listed buildings and other prized monuments could leave you £2,600 out of pocket. For example, back in Benidorm, if you're caught riding a scooter, making graffiti or nude in non-nude spaces, you may be charged a hefty fine, especially if you're found to disrupt peace on public roads. Local newspaper Murcia Today explained Benidorm has issued a blanket ban on people entering its beaches or swimming between the hours of midnight and 7 a.m. It continued, visitors are also prohibited from sleeping on the sand during these hours, and flouters could be fined between €750 and €1,200. They also touched on Mallorca's umbrella wars, referring to tourists claiming certain sunbathing spots as their own without turning up. Last summer, Benidorm Council stated those breaching would be let off initially, but repeat offenders could be slapped with a €150 fine. Authorities in Majorca are cracking down on tourists by imposing fresh bans on drinking on the streets and graffiti. Any tourist breaching the new rules could be slapped with a fine of £1,300. The penalty can be increased up to £2,600, in case the grounds of the offence are more serious. Fines for graffiti, vandalism and loud slogans have also been increased to £2,600. If minors are